friends, in this particular video let's discuss an important concept related to clocks. Let's look at the question first. How many times in 12 hours will the minute hand and hour hand make 0 degree with each other, 180 degree with each other and 90 degree with each other? So let me take help of this clock and show you what will happen when the hands are coinciding. That means they are making an angle of 0 degree. So let's say the time is 1 o'clock. We can see that at around 1:05 the angle will be 0 degrees, right? The same will happen when the time will be somewhere close to 2:10. The same will happen when the time will be somewhere close to 3:15. So we can see that between every 2 hours the angle will be 0 degree once. We can see that will happen between 7 and 8, again 8 and 9, 9 and 10, 10 and 11. Right? Now let's see what will happen after 11 o'clock. So let's say the time is 11 and let's see whether the angle will be 0 degrees between 11 or 12 or not. So now we can see that the angle is not going to be 0 degree between 11 and 12. It will be 0 degree directly at 12 o'clock. So the 0 degree is not made between 11 and 12. We also see what happens between 12 and 1. So between 12 and 1 also we don't see any 0 degree, any coincidence of minute hand and hour hand. And next 0 degree will be obviously again at 1:05. So what we are seeing here is between 12 hours the angle of 0 degree will be made for 11 times. Why this is happening? Because from 11 o'clock, let's say 11 p.m. to 1 p.m. the 0 degree angle is made only once. Rest between every 2 hours the angle of 0 degree is made once. Let's see what will happen when the angle will be 180 degree. So again we'll see that 180 degree will be formed when both the hands are in the straight line and opposite to each other. They are not coinciding but they are in the opposite line. Now we can see between 1 and 2 this is 180 degree once. Between 2 and 3 again we can see the angle 180 degree. Between 3 and 4 again the angle 180 degree. Between 4 and 5 again the angle 180 degrees. Now let's see what happens between 5 and 6. Now between 5 and 6 180 degree angle will not be formed. It will be formed directly at 6 o'clock. The angle 180 degree is directly formed at 6 o'clock. So there was no 180 degree between 5 and 6, right? Again between 6 and 7 also you will see that there is no 180 degree formed at all. It will be at somewhere around 7:05. So what we can see here is like what was happening in the previous case. In this case also 180 degree angle will be made 11 times. Remember we are talking about 12 hours, right? So 11 times, right? And between 5 p.m. let's say to 7 p.m. they will make an angle of 180 degree with each other only one time. So a count is lost here, right? If it was 1 time per hour then 5 to 6 1 count, 6 to 7 1 count, but total 5 to 7 is giving only 1 count. So we can see 0 degree is made 11 times and 180 degree is made 11 times. Let's see what will happen when the angle is 90 degrees. So let us continue. Now let's see, 90 degree means obviously let's say the time is between 7 and 8. At around 7:20 the angle will be 90 degrees, right? And again we'll see at somewhere around 7:55 again the angle will be 90 degrees. So we can see that 90 degree angle is formed twice between 7 to 8. Now let's see what will happen between 8 and 9. So we can see that around 8:25 the angle is 90 degrees, and then the next time the 90 degree angle comes at 9 o'clock sharp, right? So between 8 and 9 the 90 degree angle was being made only once, and the next 90 degree is made sharp at 9 o'clock. Let's see what happens between 9 and 10. So between 9 and 10 we can see again there is a 90 degree over here, somewhere here, right? Then again between 9 and 10 there will be no 90 degrees, right? So what we can see is between 8 to 9 90 degree angle is formed only once. Between 9 to 10 90 degree angle is formed only once, and once when the time is sharp 9. Let's see what will happen between 10 and 11. So there will be 90 degree which will be made somewhere here around 10:05, and again there will be a 90 degree which will be made somewhere around 10:35 or so. So what we are seeing here is between 2 hours 90 degree angle is made twice, but what happened between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock? we were having only 3 instances where 90-degree angle was made, right? Between 8 and 10, there were only 3 instances instead of 4. So the count was lost when the time was between 8 and 10. The same thing will happen when the time will be between 2 and 3. Now see, 8 is symmetrical to 2, right? So between 2 and 3, we'll see what happens. 90-degree will be made once over here, and the next time the 90-degree angle will be made will be sharp at 3 o'clock. Next time the 90-degree angle will be made will be somewhere around 3:35 or so, right? And then we'll see it only after 4 o'clock. So what we saw between 2 to 4, we saw between 2 to 4, 90-degree angle was made once when the time was somewhere around 2:25, one count. This was second count, and this was third count, right? So instead of again 4 counts, we are getting only 3 counts. So what will happen in the space of 12 hours? We will see that in 12 hours, 90-degree will be made 22 times. Why? Because between 8 to 10 p.m. let's say, the angle is made thrice, 3 times. And same is happening between 2 to 4. So between 2 to 4 p.m. the angle is made 3 times. Rest between any 2 hours, any 2 given hours, the 90-degree angle will be formed twice. That is 2 times. Right? So I hope you have understood this particular concept. This concept is again important because exam might directly ask you question like how many times in 12 hours. They might also ask you question how many times in 24 hours. So in that case, you just need to double the values. I hope you understood this video. Thanks for watching this.